It is 8:28, and we've got time right now for Dakota College Botano, like we do on Wednesday mornings about 8:30. And so here we are with Mr. Cody Clemenson. Cody, tell us what your function is up there at DCB.
I have a couple functions at DCB. I'm an adjunct professor, both in the natural resources type area, and then now the new kind of title I've gotten is the head trap shooting coach for Dakota College's new clay target team that'll be a varsity sport that will be competing this fall.
So this is a brand new deal, brand new sport for the college.
Yep, new sport to the college. Some of our fellow colleges like Lake Region, NDSCS, and Bismarck have been competing for a few years, at their college levels, and then so we've decided to kind of bring it on now as a new sport here at DCB. So
I see, and I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I in the state of North Dakota, I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, other states, sure, I've seen it, but I didn't know North Dakota was getting into that. So congrats to you guys for putting a team together. How many do you have on the team right now?
So currently we have 5 players that we have rostered and that have expressed interest. We can support up unlimited somewhat amount other than Shell's availability right now, but we do need 5 to be able to compete each week, so we do have that. We have a couple of others who have expressed interest, but they're trying to figure out their time management as well, so if that can work for them.
Okay, now obviously when you say you're competing, now do you do a lot of traveling with this, or how does this work?
Nope. So we typically get to, for the first 5 weeks, our practice week, and then the 5 additional weeks, we are able to shoot at the Botano County Wildlife Club has a trap range here just northwest out of town, and we've visited with them, and we go out there and shoot our competition targets, and it's basically on an honest system where we score and then enter the scores into an online database that is administered for us, and that's how we get our scores. At the end of the year, there is a championship tournament or competition that we can get to travel to out in Alexandria, Minnesota. So that will be basically our only one travel. It's basically an overnight and shooting the next day for the kids. So it's not much traveling, which kind of is nice. It keeps them still in the classrooms. And,
So as you were talking about, you've had a few other students express interest, but maybe because of, like you said, time management. This is perfect because they don't have to travel.
Yep.
And so, I mean, other than, they wouldn't really miss any class time.
No. Yeah, no class time is missed.
That's great.
The hardest part is some of them are also, in another athletic, which does take a bit of time commitment as well. So, so that's the hard part for some of them. They got to weigh on.
So, what was the procedure to actually bring this sport to Botano?
So it kind of started last year when, kind of at the time that the football team was being disbanded, a survey was sent out to try to find out some interest in different sports that could be a possibility on campus. Women's hockey was the highest kind of rated one, and that got started first, and then this sounds like was next highest on the list. So just kind of after that got started up, we were able to start this one all up, and Corey Gorder, the athletic director, at the time had helped check in with some of the local colleges like Lake Region to see what they've done, and asked me on my thoughts for starting a team, what kind of things would be helpful for starting a team. Nice part is we also had a student who was a freshman last year that competed competitively in his high school and still does in the summer league at his local gun range. He was kind of helped, give us some ideas that he had seen and noticed through his high school time shooting.
Okay.
So.
All right. So my bid to bring water polo didn't gain much traction.
No,
okay, maybe next year.
Yep.
Okay, so you're like the coach for this.
Yep.
What do you have for, if I can, what do you have for experience in all of this?
So, back when I was in high school, I worked at my local gun range. It was the shooting park of Fargo or the shooting park of Horace. It's kind of changed names throughout the ownership, but it's located out by Horace, North Dakota. I worked there for 4 summers, scoring lots of rounds, helping advise people on if they were missing where they were. I could see them shooting at from just standing behind them. So, I don't even know how many hours I've spent standing behind someone's shoulder, looking over it, watching them shoot. But, that it's up there a lot.
Okay, yeah, and so you've got the experience, and you got a good eye for this now.
Yep, got a good eye for it, and I'd shoot recreation a little bit. I also, from basically 12, 13, 14 on up, have always hunted, so I've, been around guns and exposed around them a long time. And then we do have, I've got an assistant coach, Beth McDonald. She's shot competitively, like in trap, growing up and stuff, and still continues to shoot. So she's like my assistant, helping out more on the shooter's mentality side. And then the nice part is I can have the standing behind mentality inside. So I think it helps us be a great combination for helping these students all out.
Okay, so when do you start the shooting process, or have you already started?
So we've started just this past Monday. So out of the 5 students we have, only one has actually shot like trap at a trap field before and knows the rules for it. So Monday night was just a lot of teaching them the rules of the sport, some of the fundamentals to get them started off on the right track. The others have all shot, either hunted or out in the pasture, had clay pigeon thrower, standing next to them with buddies and shooting that way. But, with trap, it's competitive trap. It's only 1 shell per target, per bird, and you're actually starting 16 yards behind the trap or clay pigeon thrower. So you're at a little bit of a disadvantage there compared to, when you're just standing up next to it with friends.
Yeah,
so,
right. Okay. Yeah. Well, so this will be an exciting year. It's be a good first year.
Good first year. I've got 5 kids who they are really dedicated right now to it. One already came in yesterday to want to practice some extra. We have this virtual simulator thing that mounts to your gun, a little laser deal that mounts to your gun, and then a drop down kind of laser projector that shows the flight of the clay pigeon. Basically, when the two connect dots, basically per se, it knows if you hit the target. So one of the students wanted to come in and practice that all on his own yesterday. So it showing that there's the kids are wanting to do it. They're excited about it, and
Okay, if anybody has any questions about this, how do they get a hold of you, Cody?
Best number to reach me at is 701-263-5772, or you can send an email to Cody, CODY.S.Clemenson, CLEMENSON at dakotacollege.edu.
Okay, sounds great. And you can check the website for more details.
Yep.
dakotacollege.edu. All right, Cody. Well, appreciate your time this morning, and good luck in the season.
Yes, thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much. 8:35, it's Sunny 101.9. Into our next 7-day forecast we go. This bad boy brought to you by Monroe Builder Supply, Ace Hardware in Rolla.
Did you know Monroe Builder Supply Ace Hardware features new and exclusive colors from quality Clark & Kensington paint and primer in one, recently ranked as a best buy by a leading consumer magazine. This premium brand of paint is adding brilliant options.